This is a funny one. So there is a massive beef going on between right-wing female influencers on the Twitter X, whatever you want to call it. And it all started with this first tweet. There's like 7 parts to it. We're going to be quicker than it looks. But it started with this first tweet. Pull this first one up here. From Sarah Stock. She's a right-wing influencer. Posts a picture of her engagement ring in a field of flowers. And it just says with the caption, I won. So she got engaged. She's celebrating about it. And then Pearl Davis comes in. And Pearl Davis is a right-wing female influencer that really hates women. Like, we joke about abolish the 19th Amendment. She actually believes it. I don't know if it's a grift or if she's just trying to rile people up. But she says, hottest right-wing e-girl taken off the market. Conservative women will always use their marriage and family to build their brand. Maybe the influencers will. I don't know if that's a fair take. Maybe the influencers will, but I don't think the average Republican woman who is just raising her kids, and maybe she has a job, maybe she doesn't, I don't think she's concerned about her brand. I think she's concerned with raising her children by the right values and principles, but that could just be me. So then this Sarah Stock girl replies to Pearl Davis and says, once you stop getting ran through by black guys, it could happen to you too. Now, the thing with Pearl, if you got to know the lore on this, I once went down a YouTube rabbit hole about her. She, moved in with this guy who was a black guy from the internet that she had known for, I think, a couple of months, and it fell apart, and it was disastrous, and it was this whole thing. So she is probably behaved in ways that she makes fun of other women for behaving like. Here's the 4th one, so it gets better. Another right-wing influencer called Emily Saves America says it's gonna be hard to be a trad wife when your man can't even afford a ring. How do you guys expect to have a house, land, multiple kids? What is BFFR?
Be fucking for real.
Oh, see, I don't know the youth lingo. I'm not as up to date I'm not as hip as Mia. Says, I hope y'all enjoy working. Sorry, I'm MIA. I'm in the Hamptons. Sarah Stock says it's going to be hard to be a trad wife when you're pushing 30 with a triple-digit body count thinking you deserve a millionaire. So the girls are fighting. The claws are out on this one. The claws. So I looked into this Emily Saves You. She's a conservative influencer. They're all conservative grifters. They're all being... This is just Mean Girls like in high school. That's all this is, right? But she evidently, allegedly, she was at the TPUSA concert, the TPUSA convention, which is a turning point. It's a big conservative organization. According to the lore, and we don't have proof of this, she got finger banged in the hotel lobby at this convention. That's what everyone seems to believe here. I don't know. I find the ring comment to be, what do you, as a woman, how do you feel about the comment about your man can't even afford a ring? Do you think that was a low blow? Do you think it's got some merit to it? Not everyone wants a fancy ring.
Yeah, and I mean, just because, let me go back to it. I mean, so it looks like it has diamonds on the band. Mm-hmm. So that probably did cost a little extra pretty penny there. It does look like a nice ring. It doesn't look like a cheap ring.
Is there such thing as a bad ring? That's the question I'm going to ask. I mean, is there anything that's like a shitty ring? They've all got diamonds on them. They're all worth way more than they should be.
Yes, there definitely is.
Do you think that if a man doesn't spend X amount of money on an engagement ring, do you think that's a sign he's broke? Do you automatically assume that?
No.
Some people don't want a flashy ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't want a flashy ring. That's you weren't one of them. But that's...
No, I mean, I don't think they're broke. I just think maybe honestly, it depends on the person.
Sure.
I can't make generalizations because not everyone wants to spend that much on a ring. People have different priorities.
Right.
That was one of my priorities, was the ring.
Oh, we know.
Yes. Now, I mean, everyone's different though, so I can't.
You'll flash your ring for the camera? No, don't do that. No. I don't want people. No, I don't want people to know what we have.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's hard to say though, because everyone's different. You can't make generalizations like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is
it is easy to say if it's a pretty ring or an ugly ring, though. And this is a very pretty ring.
The engagement, it's minimalist, right?
Yeah.
The engagement ring is one of the few things. Like, I remember when I was talking a couple months ago about weddings for men. And for women, this is their Super Bowl. For men, this is like a preseason game. We're just happy to be on the field playing ball. Like, we don't want anything to go wrong, but we're just going to kind of go with the flow. It's a party. It's a big party, but it's a party. We understand some things are not going to go according to plan. It is what it is. For women, everything must go 100% according to plan. The ring is different because men, I feel like, at least I can speak from my perspective, men, we do have a little bit of skin in that game because I think there are people that judge us when they see our woman has a tiny engagement ring on her finger and they go, oh, that guy's broke. That guy couldn't afford any more than that. And of course, that's not always the case. Some people, like we said, there's some people that, I mean, yeah, maybe they've got a wedding ring that's worth 1/10 of a big, nice one. And it's, they have 300 acres of land and that's what they wanted. But I feel like as a man, that's kind of a flex for us too. We want, you know what I'm talking about? We want it to look nice because we don't want to look broke. That's the thing. Is a man, whether you like it or not, I'm not saying you're less of a man if you don't make X amount of money, but men historically have been providers. And being able to put a fuck you ring on your wife's finger is a sign that you can come up with a big chunk of change in a short period of time.
Well, you always get the comments that you did good.
You picked it.
Yeah, but you got it. Like, you actually bought it.
Yeah, no, I bought, yeah. Here's a fun fact. I bought her money with comedy money, or her ring with comedy money. That's the only thing that paid for it was comedy money. And so I'll always have that, is that, and I'm not going to tell you guys how much it costs. We're not going to show it either. But I'll always have that. I'll be able to put that on my shoulder. I'll be able to stand on that business that I paid for her engagement ring by being an asshole, by being funny. I'll always have that. And that's just kind of a little thing for me. So the engagement ring is the one thing that's almost as much for men as it is for women. Not as much, because she likes to show her nicer ring off to all her friends and make fun of them. And Mia, you should see Mia when she's around other women that are married or engaged or recently engaged. She turns into a female Andrew Tate. She starts throwing it in their face, calling them brokies and losers and sorry your man rides the bus to work. I mean, just full blown. Okay, let's go to the next picture here. This saga continues, the fifth one, where there's only 6. Says so some guy says to this Emily Saves America, your unwed, childish Fox News girl boss who complains when women make sourdough now hates on ring size of a happy, engaged young woman. She replies back to him, between allegedly cheating on your wife, being caught with a dildo up your ass, killing a teenager with your first of 2 DUIs, you really should sit this one out. Everyone is being incredibly nasty. I don't want to hear anyone talking about me punching down that's half the reason I brought this thread up. So no one could ever say I go too far ever again or that I'm too mean. Go to the last one here. Just bringing up this guy's dirty laundry. Someone says, Morgan Ariel replies to Emily Saves America. You give it up for free, ho. Might want to sit this one out. Emily Saves America. Morgan, your baby daddy abandoned you and you're raising a bastard child. But somehow, some way, you think you're better than me or anyone on this app. You gave it up for free, got left in the dust, and now post rage bait on X to supplement the inadequacy of your monthly child support payments. They're not even being funny. This is just mean. This is just angry.
How does she know all of these people's dirty laundry?
I don't know who these people are. I I recognize, I think, one name out of everything we went down there. And that was because Pearl had her moment of being famous. I've never heard of any of these people. I don't know how she has this extensive background information on all of them. Also, if I were a female influencer and my baby daddy left me in the dust, abandoned me after a wedlock child, and was fucking around on his child support payments, you guys wouldn't know. I wouldn't tell anyone that. The CIA couldn't get that information out of me. I would take it to my fucking grave. I would Photoshop or use AI to put my so-called husband in the pictures with me if I needed to use my child to be my brand. I mean, it's again, I did this segment just to prove that I don't take it near as far as some of you think. I don't go near as far as some of you guys think. And this is, girls are nasty. You guys take low blows at each other. Men would never, you know why men would never do that? You know why a man would never go that low on a guy he knows or a guy there's a decent chance he's going to run into in public? Because they all run in the same circles. Because you'd get punched in the fucking mouth if you said that. Like, if I'm going to say something like that goes that, I'm not just like, not just a petty insult at your appearance or calling you a dumbass or anything like that. If I'm going to cut that deeply at people as a man, specifically people that run in similar circles to me or people that are near me that I know, whatever the case may be, I better be damn well ready to defend myself the next time I see him, because there's about a 40 to 60% chance the next time that guy sees me, he may not hit me right on spot, but he's going to tell me, let's go talk outside. So if I'm going to be willing to go that deep, to cut that deep and get that dirty and nasty with people, I better be ready to fight. Women don't do that. They'll exclude each other. They'll spread rumors and talk about each other behind their backs, and sometimes in public like that, say really nasty, hurtful things, because women hurt with their words, men hurt with their hands. And at the end of the day, it's a lot easier to heal a physical injury than an emotional one. That's why women are so much more dangerous than men. Because if I punch you in the mouth or if I punch you in the face and I break your nose, my hand's probably going to be fucked up too. But your nose will heal. And you can forgive me for that a whole lot easier than you can me bringing up the fact that you killed a guy with a teenager with a DUI or cheated on your wife or bring up all kinds of nasty, dirty laundry that maybe you're a different person than when that happened and you're now trying to move on from. If I say, hey, man, I was wrong to punch you in the nose, you might still be kind of pissed at me, but you're like, you know what? My nose healed. Nobody died. Let's just let it go, man. That's why it takes so long. That's why women will hold these grudges since like junior high school. Because they don't just duke it out. If women would just fight each other, the world would be a whole lot more civil and peaceful of a place. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.